Good evening, y'all, and you're welcome to this short practice, a practice with a twist. We are going to do a practice that takes in primarily two movements of the spine, that being lateral flexion, side bending, and axial rotation, which are twists. We're going to do this practice and it'll work well in with our hour-long practice. They kind of work hand in hand, and it'll be a nice way to bring one into the other. Socrates, the founding father of Western philosophy, said, if you seek health, look first at the spine. And certainly yoga is no exception. The spine is sacrosanct in yoga, and all poses move from that premise. Okay, so these movements will both nourish and energize the spine. We will be using extension, using the breath to extend before we do the twist. It's very important that we don't create compression in the lower back, and it's all about using the breath to find that inner space, to create the inner space. Okay, so with that being said, we'll do a short, as always, pranayama, just to center ourselves, get in tune with the breath, and we do that by taking a nice tall seat, preferably cross-legged, sukhasana or siddhasana, whatever you find most comfortable. And I just want you to elongate the spine and relax the shoulders back. Take a nice even breath in, rising first from the base of the tummy right up into the chest. Through the nose, and then exhale out fully. Deep breath in, tummy first expanding, then find a bit of opening in the chest through the collarbone. Exhale out through the nose, empty out fully. This time we're going to use three-part yogic breath, breathing into the belly, filling up from the tummy, the base of the tummy, up to the chest. And then when you think you're full, looking for an additional breath. So I really want you to access the bottom of the lungs here. Really feel like you're accessing the majority of the capacity. Inhale through the nose. Filling up to that collarbone area and then looking for that additional breath. And then release all the way out. Again, filling up tummy, front and sides, then to chest. Empty out. You can use the mouth to empty out, seeds to empty out, that fully getting rid of the air completely from the lungs. And then one more breath, big breath in, starting with the tummy cavity, then the chest, and then that collarbone breath. Fabulous, and then exhale, release it out. Well done. Okay, so if you're sitting on any blocks or blankets, now is the time to move them from underneath you, and we're just going to begin by taking it into a nice seated twist. So place the right hand on the left knee, and then left hand behind the lower back on the ground. Breathe in, press down, rise up, use the breath to create that inner space. And then on the exhale, take a look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come all the way around, keeping your hands in the same position. Hips pointing forward, deep breath in, look forward. And then on the exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, lengthen into the arms, and then on the exhale, take your left hand to your right knee. Go ahead and bring your right hand behind your lower back. Breathe in, lengthen up, get heavy in the seat, get heavy in the foundation. Use that resistance, hand towards mat. Breathing into the full length of the spine, finding that lift and lengthen and extension. And then take it into that gentle twist, gaze towards the right. Inhale, come all the way around to front, relaxing the belly. And then exhale maybe into the twist as you turn and face the left shoulder. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way back around, release the hands, clench and release. And then bring your left hand down by the left-hand side of your body. Go ahead, breathe into the fingertips, all the way from the top of that right hip into the right fingertips. Inhale, look up, and then on the exhale, flatten your left hand, allow your left elbow to sit in or nestle in towards the left-hand side, and begin to get heavy in your right hip as you bring the fingertips of the right arm up and over the left ear. Keep the chest, the heart lifted. And then inhale, lengthen through to the arms. Exhale, let's go for the other side. Planting the right hand, allowing the right elbow to nestle in as you reach and bring the fingertips of the left towards the right, getting heavy in that left hip. It'll want to lift, so be mindful and press down gently. Inhale to center, exhale. Inhale to lengthen through to the arms, and then exhale to bring it into this side bend, lateral flexion. Inhale, come back to the center. This time when you exhale, bring the fingertips of the right hand towards the left. I want you just to hold it here momentarily, and then do that, lifting of the lower left rib forward as you open and shine through the heart center. And then inhale, begin to bring the head, gazing down towards the hands, up to the arm, finding an even space between your head and ears. Distance, even distance between the shoulder and the ears. Inhale, lengthen through. Exhale, take it to the other side and press down to that left sit bone. Inhale to look up. Exhale to look towards your hand. Inhale, exhale. Well done. Inhale, come all the way back around. Bring your hands, take your knees together, and go ahead and come into an all fours position. Let's begin to press down through the hands, clawing down, taking the knees hip width apart. And then inhale, reach the right arm forward. Inhale up, so you're taking your right hand above your right ear. You're beginning to open the chest towards the right. And then exhale, reach your right hand back, sort of parallel to the mat. So can you look back at your hand? Inhale to drop. Go ahead, press away from the mat, keeping long to the back of the neck. Inhale to reach forward, look forward, taking the left hand above the left ear, looking up, and then exhaling into that twist, axial rotation of the spine here. Just a little bit of an invitation to twist. And then inhale, bring it all the way back. Lovely. Take a deep breath in, lift the head, drop the belly, and then on the exhale around to the spine. Let's just give it a bit of cat-cow, just to extend and flex, and just bring it into that counter pose. Inhaling, getting long through the front body, exhaling, contracting through the front body, and then just inhale, come back to neutral position here. Walk the right hand forward, take a deep breath in, and then on the exhale, let's take it into a little thread the needle, a wonderful way to invite axial rotation again. Breathe in, see can you press down through your extended hand and look under your right shoulder, just to bring it into that full expression, that full twist. Inhale, come back around, soften the belly, relax the arm. Take a deep breath in, and again, exhale, keep long to the spine, allow the tailbone to reach out slightly as you twist and look towards the ceiling. Lovely. Inhale, walk the right hand back, take it back up onto all fours. This time, breathe in and take the hips to the left, look towards the right, bone reaches or tailbone reaches out. Inhale, back to center, exhale, hips to the right, and then look towards the left. Lovely. Inhale, come back into neutral, tabletop position, and then reach the left arm forward, deep breath in, and then as you exhale, threading the needle, taking the right shoulder, the right cheek down to the mat, extending into that left arm, and then breathing in, maybe on the exhale, pressing down and looking under the left armpit to take it into that lovely twist. Inhale, come back around, relax the lower back, relax the shoulder. Inhale, create the space, and then exhale into the twist. Lovely. Inhale, walk the left hand back, press down through the hand, and then slowly bring it back up onto all fours. Okay, so we're going to really press down, get long through the back of the neck, and then inhale, lift the head, drop the belly again, look towards center. Exhale, round through, tuck the belly in. Cat pose, arching through the back body, drawing the chin in. And then inhale, come all the way back into neutral position. And then big toes to meet, knees to open out, lengthen into the arms. Begin to take it into this child's pose. Use a bit of movement, cross the hips, cross the shoulders, and then use the breath. Deep breaths in and out, nice even breaths. Take about 2 rounds of breath here. And then inhale, walk your hands back. Take your bum underneath the legs. Roll the feet forward and extend into staff pose. Find a nice neutral position in staff pose, lengthening into the legs, keeping the toes slightly pointing towards the ceiling, and then roll the shoulders forward and back. Deep breath in. And then on the exhale, bend the left knee. Take your right hand to the outside of the left arch. And then if you can, lengthen into the left leg. Don't worry if you can't. If you want to keep that knee drawing in, it's going to have the same effect. But we're going to tuck the belly in and lengthen through. Deep breath in as you raise your, again, getting long through the left hand flank side of the body. Lengthening all the way up into the fingertips. And then opening up, shining through the left hand side. Take the right rib towards the left. Extend into your left arm. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up. And we can do that pose by keeping the knee drawing in and opening up. That's a variation. Lovely. Extend all the way into the left foot. Sit back up. Use the breath. Create that lovely inner space and space between the vertebrae. And then exhale, bend your right knee. Left hand comes to the outer arch of your right foot. And then extending into that foot by pressing the foot towards the hand. Breathe in, lengthen. Right arm up and over right shoulder. Find that stretch, find elongation through the spine. Use the breath, create the space and then open it up as we create this twist. Maybe look back at your arm, deep breath in, exhale, drop it down. Take your hands to your knees or your thighs. Give yourself a little self-massage as you open it up and give your shoulders a little roll. That's it. And then slowly walk the heels back towards center. One of two options here. You can keep the toes lifted like this and bring the Anjali Mudra's hands to the heart. So Anjali Mudra is prayer position in the hands. All 10 fingertips to touch, and then begin to raise the sternum or the breastbone towards the thumbs. We keep this energy lifting and rising up through the spine. Now that's one option, and it's a slightly or less intense option. The other is to lift the feet, pointing them down towards the small end of your mat, really hugging the belly in and bringing the knees in towards center. If at any point the lower back starts to give out, drop the feet completely, and you can do this without lifting the legs by just creating that action of drawing the belly in. So take a deep breath in, lengthen up through the spine, and then exhale, bring the fingertips down towards the mat. Inhale to center, exhale into the twist. Inhale to center, exhale into the twist. Inhale to exhale. Russian twist, inhale to exhale, inhale to exhale, and let's create this momentum. Keep it going if you can, so we really are targeting the internal, external obliques here, the core, or not core muscles, but the external side body muscles, either side. Inhale to exhale, inhale to exhale, inhale to exhale. Pause the video if you need to, or drop your feet. Inhale to exhale. One more time. Inhale to exhale. Lovely. Inhale, come all the way back, cross the feet. Go ahead and sit the bum in towards the heels. Lengthen up, take a deep breath in, roll the shoulders forward, up and back. Look forward on the inhale, and then as you exhale, bow the chin towards the chest. Look down the tip of the nose, soften the gaze, allow your jaw to relax, and just hold it here for a few breaths. So softening the gaze and taking nice gentle breaths in and out here. Allowing the shoulders to move away from the earlobes, and maybe allowing the shoulder blades to descend slightly down the back. So gentle breath in and out. So articulating, keeping the spine nice and long. A few gentle breaths. Wonderful. In and out. Alright, and then inhale, lift your gaze forward. Take your hands onto the mat. Reach your knees below your hip points, hands below your shoulders, claw down through the fingertips, and then inhale to tuck your toes, exhale to press down through your hands. Let's take it into dog head down. I'm just going to walk slightly forward. Okay, press into the heels of the hands,
Bring the energy back up in between the shoulder blades dial in, and then inhale into three-legged dog. Point your toes, don't allow that hip to go off center necessarily. Find the energy, hugging the lower ribs in towards the hip tips, arms are strong. And then on the exhale, begin to arch through the back, take that knee forward, and then the foot between the hands at the front of the mat. Walk your back foot in, make it feel comfortable. And then go ahead and squeeze your inner thighs towards each other to energize the legs. Belly draws in as you press down and rise up. So take it into a nice length here in the spine. Hands again into Anjali Mudra. Lifting the sternum to the thumbs. Allowing the energy to rise up, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Keep the back inner thighs strong. So we want to really create lift through that back leg. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, begin to bow forward. Make sure the knee is very much situated over the ankle. We have that stacking because in this position the knee is volatile and we don't want to make it any more precarious than it is. And by stacking we make it safe. So take a deep breath in as you exhale. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And then use the breath. Breathe in, lift up. So we're flexing and extending into the twist. Maybe take the right elbow up towards the ceiling as you keep the legs strong. Use the pose, use the structure, find the foundation, and breathe into the twist. Inhale, come back, take your right foot back in line with your left. Go ahead and reassume this position of down dog, head down, pressing into the mat again, pressing the feet all the way. If you can bring the heels down, well and good. You move within the confines of your ability tonight. And then breathe in again, pressing down to lift. This time, right leg behind, left leg. Toes pointed, toes nice and energized. Exhale, begin to round through the spine again, arching, hugging the belly in, and then taking left foot forward, framed by both hands at the front of the mat. Walk your right leg in behind, hug your belly in, press down, rise up, take your hands to your heart. Square up the hips by pulling that left hip crease slightly back, and then do that rolling in or hugging in of the back inner thigh again. Maybe squeeze your glutes towards center, find a bit of solidity in this structure, and then take a deep breath in, rise up, lengthen, and then on the exhale begin to bow forward, right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Keep the back knee lifted, nice and strong, and then go ahead and press the heels of the hands towards one another as you lift the left elbow. Make it proud, pointed towards the ceiling. Use the breath, create the twist, well done. Inhale, drop it back. Take the knees to the mat, and then go ahead and take a little breather in Child's Pose Balasana. So take a few anchored breaths here. Not going into autopilot necessarily, you want to keep it present. So allow the breath to move in and out with a consciousness. So be very aware of the chest expanding as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, that weighty feeling on the thighs, the top of the thighs. Take another gentle breath in and then slowly lift back up onto all fours. Let's prep again for downward dog. Claw the fingertips down towards the mat. Allow the heart to melt. Tailbone can reach out. In fact, let's find a little bit of length. Let's begin to sway our prepped all fours position. Allow the hips to move from side to side and create a bit of length in the side body. Inhale to tuck the toes. Exhale to lift the hips nice and high again. This time I want you to lift it up onto the toes. When we walk the feet in slightly, we're going to create a high dog. Deep breath in as you look towards the mat, and then as you exhale, reach your left hand for your right ankle. Begin to pull the hand towards the ankle. Take a deep breath in, and then on the exhale, take your gaze underneath your right shoulder. We're taking it into this axial rotation again. So inviting twist in the spine. Inhale, reach right hand, left hand back, and then take your right hand to the outside of your left ankle. Deep breath in as you look towards the mat, belly can relax on the in-breath. And then on the exhale, begin to pull the navel in, find length through the spine, look under your left shoulder. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Inhale one more time to exhale into that twist, nice mild twist. And then inhale, plant the hands, make the arms straight and strong, the legs straight and strong. Inhale to look up, exhale to bend the knees and jump forward and gently fold forward. Inhale, rise and shine all the way up. Take the hands to the heart, turn to the long end of your mat. Turn the toes facing the long end of the mat. Breathe in, lengthen into the arms, and then reach them up and over. Look up towards the fingertips. Exhale. Right arm forward, left arm back, toes still pointing forward. Inhale up, create that inner space. To exhale, open it out. Inhale, rise up, look up, exhale, hands to the hips, and then begin to roll the shoulders back as you extend the heart forward, hips hinging from that waist towards the top of the head. Breathe in, look towards the mat, find extension in the spine. And then as you exhale, we're going to reach right arm forward and then take that left hand on the outside of the right ankle here. Deep breath in as you look towards the mat, and then exhale, begin to pull the gaze. So you can use that bit of resistance, pull the hand towards the ankle and take the gaze underneath your right armpit. You can soften in the knees here. Inhale, left arm goes forward. Exhale, right arm takes the outside of the left ankle. Deep breath in, relax. Exhale to extend and lengthen through the spine, taking into this lovely twist. Well done. Inhale, walk the hands back, heel toe the feet in, take the knees into this kind of leapfrog position. Toes can press down, heels can rise, and then take your left hand down to the mat. Deep breath in, right knee comes forward, left knee opens up to the left. Reach the left arm over the left ear, find the stretch. We're opening up and twisting. Exhale to come forward, left hand drops, left knee comes forward, right knee opens towards the right, and we're opening the heart and stretching towards the right hand side. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. And then inhale, come all the way back. Begin to lengthen through the legs, heel toe the feet back to center. Place the hands on top of the hips, roll the shoulder blades in towards center. One by one, press down through the soles of the feet. Inhale, come all the way up into a standing position. Find Tadasana, press down through your feet, rise that energy up all the way up into the pelvis. Relax the shoulders down, connect with your breath. Take a few breaths. Well done. And then on the exhale, we're going to step the feet 3 to 4 feet apart. Right toes towards the small end of your mat. Left foot slightly in. Press down through the feet. Energize the legs. Wrap the muscles around the bones. Begin to flex the kneecaps. Make the legs strong, and then breathe into full length of the arms. And then on the exhale, we're going to take it into Trikonasana towards the right. So Trikonasana, the right hand can stop here at the right knee, right shin, or you can take it all the way down to the ground. In all variations, we really want to keep the heart lifted. So if you find when you take your hands down to the mat that the left shoulder drops forward, move it back up so we can open up the shoulders, making it nice and stretched across the front of the collarbone. And then hold it here for a few breaths. I want you to really anchor the feet down towards the mat again. Begin to energize the legs by squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. The side body in this particular pose, we're keeping the spine long, okay? So the side body should be nice and lengthened evenly both sides. Inhale, take it back up, hands to the hips. Turn the toes towards center. Take a few breaths, maybe roll out the shoulders. And then take Trikonasana to the left. Left toes out, right foot slightly in. do that grounding effect. So we're going to root down through both soles of both feet. Breathe in, shoulder high, into the arms, stretch into the fingers. Use that breath to rise up. Find length in both sides of the body. And then as you exhale, let's go ahead and find this Trikonasana to the left. So opening up through the chest, pressing down through the feet, create that length in the side body and find that openness through the heart center. Inhale maybe to look up. Exhale. Soften the left knee, come slowly up out of the pose. Take your hands to your hips, walk your feet all the way back to center. Well done. And then take it down onto the mat. Hug the knees in, take them into a little roll. And then slowly keep the knees hugging in, lengthen through the arms so that the shoulder high, lower back is connected to the mat. And then in this variation of Jathari Parivartanasana, we're going to create a ringing out effect of the spine, and it really likes this, all part of that energizing and nourishing aspect to the movement. Okay, so deep breath in. And then on the exhale, you're going to allow your knees to fall towards the right. So the knees can touch. One knee is stacked on top of the other, so the outer edge of your right knee is touching the mat. Feet can stay elevated, providing you have that control in the back. And we definitely use quadratus lumborum in this pose, and this is a deep core muscle, sometimes known as the back muscle, so it's a deep core back muscle. And then inhale, come back to center, allow the lower back to rest momentarily. And then exhale, knees can move towards the left. So the outer edge of the left knee can touch the ground. Let's keep the feet elevated. Belly can draw in slightly to create that tone. Get heavy in that right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale into the twist. Inhale to exhale. Beautiful twist. Spine loves it. It's very yummy and very supported. And one last time. Inhale to exhale. Well done. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Begin to bring yourself up into a seated position. And well done, I hope you enjoyed that short video. If it's at any point it gets too intense, just pause it, take a few breaths, or go into child's pose, and then start it off again and kick it off. Namaste, and thanks for tuning in.